my sweet friends, welcome. If you're new here, I am Tammy and this is Isaac's Rusty Wagon. Today I am going to share some new things that Brett and I picked up this weekend. Saturday we went to Paducah and I stopped by an antique store there and I got a couple of things. And then on Sunday we went to Litchfield's, can't think of what it's called, like a flea market, pickers market, something like that. I will put, in this video, I will put a little thing that shows the dates that's happening. It happens once a month for the summer months, and I will show that in this video. But anyway, me and Mom and Dad and Brett went Sunday to that. And then after we left there, we stopped by one antique store that was near there. And I'm going to share with you today what I picked up. I think I got some really good things. So let's get this started. Okay, so the first thing I got was on Saturday in Paducah. I got this picture and it was $7.95. And it is an old print. Oh, that silly light ring. Trying to put it where that light ring won't show through, but it's old and it was $7.95. So I haven't cleaned up anything yet, so I've got to get that cleaned up. And then trying to remember what else I bought there. I bought one other thing. Okay, the other thing I got, I forgot I'd put it outside because there's spiders inside of it, but I got another old watering can. This was $18. So that was a good deal. So that's the two things I got from Paducah on Saturday. Okay, the very favorite thing I got at Litchfield is outside. So I will show you that at the very end. But one thing I got was this for $15. And it's a cedar, you know, for pouring your seeds in and walking around, and I don't know how it works. Somehow it just spreads the seeds out. So that is a wonderful old Prim piece for $15. So I got that handle downward. So I got that, and then I got this for $10. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I'm going to clean it up and put it going up my stairs because I do have some other old tools, or if I'm going to put it out on the pergola, like on the house, or if I'm going to put it on the shed. But for $10, it's an old saw. So that was a great deal. Everything I got at Litchfield was wonderful prices. So I will show you the last thing once I show you what I got at the antique mall. So I got this, and I think it was like $5 or $6. It wasn't very much, but it's an old handmade string holder for like a kite. I'm going to put it in the laundry room because I thought it would look cute in there. But how adorable. Somebody made that a long time ago. So I love that. And just a couple of generic type things for $3 a piece. I got these old bags. It's one of those things, I don't know what I'll do with them. Probably just wash them and then stack them like folded or something, or put them up in my craft room. And then I got these two boxes, and I might have paid a little bit too much for them. I paid $10 a piece. But they're the old slide lids. So, see, they're not in the best shape, but you don't see the ones that slide very often around here. And this one has an old label on it. I don't have my glasses on, but an auger, machine auger. So, and it has the sliding lid. You know, it makes me think of the old candle boxes. So those were 10 a piece. And then I got something else too. Hold on one second. Okay, from the antique store, I got this, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is an old clothespin. So I'm gonna put that in the laundry room. And I think it was like $5, $5 or $6. So I got that. And then, and same thing with this. This wasn't very much either. I just don't remember exactly, but I know I didn't pay much for it. And it's an old cast iron, little iron with a wooden handle. And I think it's a true old one. So those are the two things, the two last things that I got from the antique mall. And then I'm also going to be taking you over to my mom's and sharing what she got. Okay, let me take you outside and show you my favorite thing I got. And I actually got it as soon as we got to Litchfield, and I was walking up and I saw this and it was only $20. So I got it. So hold on, let's go see. Okay, so it is an old scale. I have a couple pieces that fell off when we were pulling it back here so that I can show you better. So that's supposed to be up there, but it's fell off when we were scooting it in the back. And then you'll see like 10, 15, 20. And so that'll tell you like the weight. And I'm gonna wait 1 second. So there's the price, 20 bucks. And hello, cutie. So of course I grabbed that up, and I think I'm gonna put it right here where this crate is. And maybe hang a flower or something off of it right here. So it's too heavy for me to lift up and get over this thing, so I'm gonna need Brett to help me. But I mean, tell me, would you have picked this up for $20? Because I say yes. Okay, let's run down to my mom's and we'll see what else she bought, and then we'll head back here. All right, so you got your sled and it was $10, right? And everything you bought actually come from the actual flea market, right?
All except the books.
Right, right. And then you got in one of those little saws too, and yours was 12. What's it called?
Buck saw.
A buck saw. Okay.
40s, 50s Christmas bells. They were 10.
It's a good deal.
Yes.
Did you try them to see if they worked?
She said they did, but no, I haven't.
Yeah. Well, even if they worked, all the bulbs could be burned out too, yeah. So. I didn't see that little fan.
Yeah, I got that. It was, I paid $20.
That is super cute. And that was in one of the booths?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
Oops. I bought it because it was little.
I don't think I've seen one that small. And then, oh, you got your thing all cleaned up too. That cleaned up nice.
Yes, it did.
And then how much was that?
$7.50.
Can't beat that.
No.
Yeah, you can't beat that at all. And then you got these old books today, you said at Salvation Army.
2 for $1.50.
Hey, they're Americana.
Yeah, that's why I bought them.
Yeah. Cute. All right, this is what I've done with it for right now. I'd like to figure out something to put on there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it needs to go on the other side.
Yes.
I think it'll look cute though if I put something on it there, or even hanging. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it. But for 20 bucks. Okay, I was taking the lid off of this to clean it, and I just noticed there's an old newspaper or something in there. So I figured I'd record while I take it out, and that way we can see what it is together. I don't know. I am going to have to put my glasses on though. Okay. Looks like it says right here. Let me turn it around where you can see. It's definitely going to crumble if I do it too much. But here is Sunday. St. Louis Weekly Globe Democrat. Looks like Tuesday. And of course the date is missing. Let me see. Nine-year-old rye whiskey. Oh, wait a minute. I'll give you an idea. I just saw something. Orville, Ohio, May 3rd, 1899. So is that when this newspaper in this box is from? 1899? I mean, it definitely looks old enough to be that old. Oh, no. Right here's the date. Here's the date. Tuesday morning, February. It's like 17th, 1900. That's how long this newspaper has been inside this box. Now, call me a weirdo, but I mean, this just excites me so much to find things like that. And I know that that old, worn, dirty newspaper isn't worth anything, like money-wise, but to me, oh my gosh, it just makes everything so much better. I mean, it just thrills me. It's like I won the lottery finding this old crappy piece of newspaper in there. And that, I guess, is the perfect example of why I love antiques. It is like all of a sudden being transported back into the 1900s. I know that might sound weird or whatever, but that's what it feels like reaching in and grabbing a piece of history. Someone stuck that newspaper in this box in the 1900s, and there it has sat for 125 years. That is just, that to me is just amazing. It's just amazing. So I'm not going to clean it up the way I was going to, because usually my baskets and my boxes I run underwater and then dry them off. But I'm just going to get a damp cloth and wipe the outside off. I'm not going to, I've put the newspaper back where it was, and hopefully that is where it will sit for another 125 years. All right, and I put my leaving home up here next to this cabinet. This antique picture here. I don't know if it will stay there, but you know me, I'm always, changing things around. So I moved George and Abe upstairs into this, to the guest bedroom. And just rearranged my cabinet a little bit. Okay, I took my gallery wall down also. I absolutely love gallery walls. I couldn't figure out what else to add to it, and I don't know. So anyway, I took it down and I put these two mirrors up. I think I have one more upstairs, and I think it would look best to have one more there so that, you know, it goes down the stairs. But if not, the two don't look bad. So that's what I did. Gallery wall is no more, and instead I put old mirrors. Okay, and the antique cedar, you know, the spread the seeds, I hung up here with those farm tools. Let me try to get a little closer. Okay, so see, I have my old rakes and stuff and sifters. And so I hung that up there. I absolutely love the patina on that. That is so pretty. Trying to get it, hold on. So I would have liked to have gotten it a little bit higher, but I was lucky to get it where I got it. So, I mean, I already felt like I was gonna fall. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I can reach a little higher. I might try. Okay, so see, there's the 2 and hopefully 3 mirrors. I'm gonna put one more, and then and there's the cedar. And then that antique picture of the little girl with the dog, I'm gonna be hanging. I'm gonna change some stuff up in the foyer. So I'm gonna be hanging it up there after I do some rearranging. So, and then I've pulled things out of my kitchen. So the house is totally destroyed. And that's how it goes when you try to work on one space. It ends up getting spread all through the house. Okay, so there's that. Then we have the watering can down here. And then that picture is going to be changed out up there. I may even switch cabinets out that I have. And I'd like to do something different right here in that box and in that, on that shutter. I'm not caring for that. So I'm probably going to be working on that too. All right, I decided instead of worrying about what all to switch out and hang there, I just took that big basket off, and then I'm probably going to have to move that basket. I'm not sure that's looking right. But, okay, I just moved it down there because I've got more baskets in that area. So anyway, it just took a little bit, cleared it out rather than worrying about hanging something else there. So that's looking good now. That's looking good. I couldn't remember if I showed you what I did with those crutches for now that I got in that last video. I got those old crutches. So they're just sitting right here in the foyer, leaning up against that cabinet. So I like those, how it had that old hat next to them. I went ahead and got another mirror out, but now I'm not sure if I like it with the 3. So anyway, I've got that, and then I did one other thing. I hung those antique pictures that I took off that gallery wall, 2 of them, onto that shutter. So I hung my newfound clothespin right there. And then the little small iron is right here in front of that other iron. And then I just put the string holder on the back side of this bucket because I had this other string yarn winder in there. So I think that all worked out and looked cute. thank you all so much for stopping by today, and I will be back soon with a brand new video. And until then, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.